I don't think I'm scared anymore. Yeah, I want to live. I'm going to live. And yes, it's normal to feel fear for your life when someone threatens it. But I really literally grew up day to day going to school. You know, you back in the day, you'd get ready, you wake up in the morning, early morning, cold. You walk to the bus stop. The owl flies over you. You see the shadow of the big owl's wingspan. You wait for the bus. It's freezing. You're standing there trying to look cool. There's a girl over there standing too, and you don't want to like look weird. So you're on your phone blasting Eminem on your two wired earphones. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I have always felt a sense of slavery type vibe throughout school. Like, okay, we're studying. We gotta do this. Oh, what would they say? You gotta do this, and then you have to go take the ACT to get into the college, and then when you have to pass those exams, you gotta make sure you have a good credit score. You have to make sure you get a good loan. You're gonna have to pay off your loan. You know how college isn't like high school. You're just gonna be a completely different game. Always scaring you, like a sense of fear I just grew up with. Obviously, coming from a different country, moving around, I'm not gonna use this as an excuse of why I felt this is just how the system is. I'm sure everyone feels this way, even if you're in a job that you hate, maybe. The sense of wanting to be a runaway slave. Like a runaway slave energy. I don't know. I think it was some Edwards, some guy on YouTube. I'll mention his name if I remember it, but he said something about how he has a runaway slave energy, and I really related to that because most of my life I've always been like, at first I was kind of questioning the system of who are these teachers? What would happen if I threw a chair across the room? Okay, yeah, don't do violent things because then you're gonna get written up, and or that if you do that and you're older, you get arrested. When I was younger, there was a thing, me and my friends, some of the stuff these guys did with the revealing themselves as a joke, not like perverted like predator stuff. In high school it was normal for me to see like a guy naked for a second, just being funny, like, hey, you want some bubble gum? But in reality, in the day-to-day work, that's not gonna fly. So obviously there's a clear line of how to behave, be respectful. God damn, bro, did you see that catch? That's hilarious. I'm gonna take this charger out. My phone literally flipped and I caught it. I have the phone on the window. But have a respectful view of, okay, there's a fine line between doing illegal things and legal things. By runaway slave energy, I mean the life, the world, the society we are forced to live in doesn't have to be the one that you live in. There is a way to break out of it. Obviously, you've heard enough of these escape the Matrix video without actually giving you a proper, what to even do. First thing is being aware. There's no point to rebel and, say, fuck this, I'm quitting my job, I'm doing this, I'm leaving everything. Observe. Take mental notes of things that don't make sense. Find people who you think like, who are similar minded with like how you think, who are smart, genuine people who aren't a dark triad. You don't want that dark triad in your vibe, and you can feel that evil energy, so stay away from those people. Thankfully I haven't ran into many of dark triad narcissistic people, but it's not fun to be around. After you become aware, you got to figure out what you like doing as a kid. So for example, if you like making stupid YouTube videos on video games, sorry, I didn't mean to say stupid. Whatever YouTube videos, I consider these stupid videos. The reason I'm making these videos and want to make these videos isn't to get a bunch of views. Yeah, maybe a part of me would like some validation and recognition, and even maybe a sense of what I'm saying is relatable to people. Hopefully it is, and that increases your viewership over time. My point is so that my great grandkids will be able to have a video documentation of what my words were, how I felt on this specific day, how I felt about this specific topic, and how my views changed over time, how I'm not perfect, how maybe they read stories, you know, you hear about your great grandfather, this and that, people in your family, and you know, you're like, damn, I wish I can talk to them. Maybe like you don't even have a real close relationship with them. You can't, maybe they're still alive, but you don't want to, you can't call them and ask them specific questions. You know, everyone's busy in their own life. But like if let's say someone in India, like even like my grandfather from my dad's side, that you know, he lived in India. I didn't really meet him that much. If he had YouTube videos of him just his day-to-day work, I think he was a photographer. If he had just a day-to-day, even blog back in the day, didn't have videos of the day-to-day of someone's life. That's why I'm making this video, so some people can have something to relate to and, you know, listen to, knowing that the world isn't full of what you see online and shit. And I know there's more people out there that are relatable too. So with that being said, I literally forgot what the topic of the video was, but what I'm trying to say is, if you related to any of this, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna go get some of my real estate studying done. Oh,